Okay, so right now I want to talk about how I got red pilled, how M got red pilled. Here is my painful journey to getting woke. And as I've often mentioned before, I look back on my own dating and pickup career and I really realized what a slow learner I was. I really didn't want to believe any of this. I didn't want to believe any of this was true. I didn't want to believe that, women could be this cold, this harsh, this manipulative, right? And it took just a myriad of experiences with, just many, many different women for me to finally wake up and go, shit, there's a pattern of behavior here that I've been ignoring from women my entire adult life. Even as somebody who's been a pickup artist for my entire adult life and who's been doing game, and I've been phenomenal at it, I've been able to get pretty much all of the women that I've wanted into my life. Like, I've been able to attract some really, really incredible looking, gorgeous women into my life. I mean, you could see it here on my channel. You can look at my trailer, my 2020 trailer, where I basically featured a lot of the girls that I've dated in the past. I mean, a lot of girls in that trailer alone are hot, and this is not including a lot of the women that I didn't include in that trailer that are super hot, right? But it took me a while to really accept female nature and just some of the negative behavioral patterns that women can display, right? And again, I've always said this, to varying degrees. I mean, some women are worse than others. Some women are better than others, right? It's all to varying degrees, right? But a few of the red pill truths that I've talked about before that I've learned, women can never love you for who you are. I mean, they can't love you the way you think that she loves you or the way that you feel that she should love you as a man. Women are just incapable of that. They're also incapable of being completely 100% loyal to you. I mean, they're always gonna feel their hypergamous nature to field their options, to seek out the bigger, better deal, the higher value male, and some women out there can actually suppress that. If they feel that you're the highest value male that she can possibly get, she can actually suppress that natural hypergamous side to her, right? But for most women, they're not willing to suppress it because you weren't her first choice. She feels she can genuinely, honestly do better than you. So she's not going to suppress it. She's going to go out there, field her options. She's going to make herself available while she stays with you. And she's going to try to find a bigger, better deal, right? And it took me a while to really accept this. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't get red pilled until about, probably the last real relationship I had, where it was boyfriend, girlfriend, we're practically living together. That was 2006. That was the final straw that broke the camel's back. And I get a lot of haters, my comments you just picked the wrong women. You just picked the wrong women, mister. And it's yes and no, because I've had good women too. And I've had, good women who've not gone there on me. They've suppressed their hypergamy. And that really came back to them feeling like I was one of the higher value males that they could possibly get. That's why they suppressed it. That's what I teach you guys. If she feels you're the highest value male that she could get, she'll suppress it. But once you start doing these little bitch things and you start acting like a little girl in your relationship, she will lose respect for you, and she'll feel that, hey, I'm not with the highest value male that I can, that my looks can attract. I need to go out there and field my options. And unfortunately, this tends to happen with girls that you really like, right? It's not going to happen with a girl that you kind of like or you so like. It's generally with a girl that you really like, where you kind of give too much of yourself, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and then you find out what she's really about, right? You find out what she's really about. It's a harsh lesson for a lot of guys, because some guys take it to the extent where they marry these chicks, they start a family with them, they have kids, and next thing you know, this woman who you've invested your heart and soul into, years of your life with, is suddenly disappearing on you. She's playing around behind your back, and you can't figure out why. And I always say that guys find the red pill through trauma, right? You don't find the red pill because like, oh, I think I'll go red pill now. No, you find it because you've gone through some sort of trauma in your life, and it's usually like a really harsh breakup where your wife might have been like cheating on you with your best friend, or she might have divorce raped you, and then all of a sudden you need answers. You need answers. So you go online, you start looking for answers, and then you find us, right? Usually guys find the pickup community first, and then through the pickup community, they find the red pill and MGTOW and all these other factions of the manosphere. But for me personally, I went through a lot of pain. Pain that I didn't even need to go through, right? A lot of heartbreak, a lot of dangerous situations even, because I foolishly and naively did not want to believe that this was the truth. Right? I've had a number of girlfriends display the same behavioral traits that previous girlfriends displayed, right? Negative behavioral traits, and I ignored them. I was like, no, she's just a bitch. It's just her, right? And all along, it was just part of, female hypergamy and female nature and natural female behavior to do what they were doing. It's just that me as a man, because I didn't understand that, I didn't handle it correctly. Right? I didn't hold my frame. I bought into the values of the left, of the PC mob. And I thought, nope, I just got to support my girl. That's what a strong man does. That's what a strong masculine man does. And it's like, no, that's not true. Now I know better. A strong masculine man holds his frame. A strong masculine man lives for his own path and purpose, not the woman's purpose, right? He doesn't make the woman the star of his movie. He is the star of his own movie. These are things that obviously the Blue Pill Matrix never taught us, right? And this is why most of us go through this very, very painful journey to getting woke. And it usually takes this person, this woman that we loved and we poured our heart and soul into, to really just screw us over, right? And just completely jack us for us to finally wake up. And for some of us, me included, it takes several of these experiences before we finally wake up. So when I get like haters saying, oh, it's just the women you dated and blah, blah, it's just you're picking the wrong women. It's like, okay, you can say that, but I'm also a pickup coach. I'm an instructor. And I've had thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of students walk through my door, right? And they all have very similar stories, strangely enough. And these are guys from all types of different socioeconomic backgrounds, all different cultures, right? It's not just Americans or Westerners. They're all from different backgrounds, different cultures. I got followers from India. I got guys from China, Japan, Russia. All parts of the globe, right? Giving me the same story about what they went through with their partner who cheated on them, or who broke up with them, or who divorce raped them, right? They all have the same story. It's like, can all tens of thousands of these guys all be picking the wrong women? Or do we have a pattern of behavior here with women that we're all just ignoring, right? And I'm not faulting women, right or wrong, right? I'm not faulting them. I'm not blaming them for the pain I went through in my red pill journey. I really take it upon myself, as you should. It was likely your fault, right? Because as I always teach my self-development students, blame yourself first, right? It's always your fault, because when you come from that perspective, you will always fix it. You can fix and control what you did wrong. You can't control what the other person does. You can only control what you do. So when I look at the number of things that I've done wrong and a lot of these previous relationships that I had where they went south and the girl ended up cheating on me or dumping me, it was always because of something I failed to do. Not even necessarily something I did. It was always because of something I failed to do. And 99% of the time, what I failed to do was put myself first. I was putting the woman first. And you'll find this too. If you're in a situation or have had these situations where you're with a girl you really liked and you got dumped or you got cheated on, that, and it led you to red pill knowledge or the red pill manosphere, a lot of what you failed to do was you failed to put yourself first. You failed to put your own path and purpose first, your own hopes, your own goals, your own dreams. Instead, you put your woman first, right? Which is what the Matrix has been telling us to do since birth, right? It's like, oh, respect all women, take care of your woman, make her feel, you know, like an empowered female, and all this other bullshit, right? That never helped you. I mean, sure, it helped her, didn't help you, didn't help me, it didn't help anybody who's gone red pill, right? It's like, the reason why we found the red pill is because we made certain mistakes, certain errors in previous relationships that can all be traced back to us putting the woman before ourselves, putting the woman before our own hopes, goals, and dreams, putting the woman before our own path and purpose. And because she saw that we valued her more than we valued ourselves, she took advantage of that. She was like, this guy's a chump. This guy's low value. Because, you know, in a woman's eyes, a guy who does that isn't chivalrous, he's low value. Okay, he's low value. So when you find the red pill, you fix that, because you realize, like, shit. You know, I mean, the thing is too, is like when guys find the red pill, they tend to take it to the extreme initially, right? You go through red pill rage, you take it to the extreme, you're like, all women are bitches, screw them, you know, pump and dump and all this other stuff, and it's the initial reaction you have, right? But when you get past that, you find more of a balance, okay? When you get past that initial red pill rage, you find more of a balance, and you're like, okay, this is what I did wrong. I accept that. I forgive myself. I'm just not going to let it happen again, right? I can still enjoy women. I can still enjoy their company, but now I know what it's about, right? Now I know what they're about, what they're capable of, and what they're not capable of. And again, I'm not faulting women. This isn't a bash woman video, right? This is just a coaching video to, you know, just kind of share my own experiences as, you know, a lifelong pickup artist, as a professional pickup artist and dating instructor, what I've gone through, what brought me to the red pill. I mean, really, I mean, I can look back as far as high school, and I can see certain things I did with girlfriends, even back when I was a teenager. And I could see those behaviors with these, like my teenage girlfriends back then, that I still see with teenage girls today, right? It's not like, oh, you're just picking the wrong women, or, oh, those women are bitches. It's like, no, this is just part of female behavior. And some women are better than others at suppressing it, you know, and some women are not, right? But I could see a lot of these red pill truths as early as when I first started dating in high school. I could see them in my very first girlfriend back then. I could see a lot of these red pill truths, right? And of course, after 2006, that was my real awakening. Like, after that happened with that girl, because I was like, hey, you know, I've got a beautiful girlfriend. I had my corporate job at the time. I'm like, this just felt right. Everything just felt right. I'm like, I don't want to mess this up, right? So because I was fearful of screwing it up, I started placing more and more value on her and not enough value on myself, like what I bring to the table, right? And because of that, she took advantage of it, right? She, like I told you guys, she started going out with her auntie, and they started going out again, and then she met some other dude, and then she jumped ship to the other guy. She, you know, exercised her open hypergamy, so to speak. And it was only like 2 or 3 months later she tried to come back, but by then I had fully woken up. I mean, I was like, at that point, I want to say summer of 2006, I was red pilled, and I have never gone backwards ever since. That was like the final straw that broke the camel's back, as I said, you know. And it wasn't just her, but that whole summer I had time to reflect on every relationship that I had that went south like that with a girl that I really liked. I looked at what I did wrong, and it always came back to the same thing, as you'll probably relate to. It always came back to me placing too much value on the woman, not enough value on myself. Doesn't mean you can't value your girlfriend or your partner or your wife. It just means you need to value yourself more. Okay? You need to value yourself more. You need to put yourself ahead of her. Right? To the point where, like, say, you know, these days, I'm not looking for a relationship these days. I mean, I have a pretty good dating rotation going, but I mean, for me, my business comes first, my animals come first, my family comes first, God comes first, you know, fixing my Range Rover comes first. I mean, before I place any of these girls, I mean, they're just not, they're very low on the priority list these days, you know, and I still enjoy them. I still enjoy going on dates with the girls I'm seeing now. I still enjoy taking trips with them, but they are no longer up here, okay, as far as value and priority. They're down here, you know, and even if I end up, you know, for some odd reason, I end up getting married one day to one of these chicks, because they're all cool. I have nothing against them. They're all cool, right? They're still going to stay where they are. I mean, I'm always going to come first, right? And that's one of the red pill awakenings that you realize when you find the red pill is like, hey, I need to start putting myself first. I need to start putting my own hopes, dreams, and ambitions first before anything else and before anyone else, right? And when you do that, you fix yourself. You fix yourself, and eventually you get over that red pill rage, that anger towards women, and really it's anger towards yourself of all the mistakes you made. Because I went through that too. I was pissed. Right? I was pissed for a little while, and I got over it. And I'm like, okay, I could still appreciate women, but I know what they're capable of. You know, I know what they're not capable of. I know they're not capable of loving me or being loyal to me the way that I would want them to as a man. They're just not capable of that. Doesn't mean that she can't be loyal to you. Doesn't mean she can't be faithful to you. I mean, she can. She can suppress that as long as she feels that you're the highest value male that she could possibly get, right? So every girl I date, obviously, you know, I make sure that they're aware of that I'm a high value male, and you know what? If you want to go out there and take a risk and find somebody else, that's your gamble. So I'm gonna wrap up here, guys. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also hit that notification bell so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Very important you guys subscribe. And for you guys who want to support my work even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the type of women that most of your guy friends will only see in magazines. And right now, the first month is only $1, only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. This is the absolute best way to support me, my work, my content, my channel, and everything I'm doing here on YouTube and all the value I'm adding to your life. It's the best way to support my work, and it's really easy to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.